All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Anna Chaos from, Captain Hobbes and the Astrocats. I know it's been a couple weeks, but believe it or not, I have been just slammed. I have gone through a lot of life changes recently, but I still not forgot about the project. Just quick footnotes. I am now an LLC. I mentioned this before that unfortunately I'm one of those folks that got laid off by Doge last year, and it was a struggle just kind of get my footing back because I have so much experience. And while I still have not landed a full-time job, I'm able to kind of now have a steady stream of freelance work. So that just kind of keeps me afloat. And I'm actually, even though I'm not where I was before, I am still super grateful and super happy that I've been able to land some of the little gigs that I got in. And I thank for my friends to be able to just throw me a lifeline just so I can stay afloat, just doing the stuff that I love to do. So, in between all that, I also got married. So, yay! Nothing exuberant because we're on a budget, but I got married, so also there's that joy on top of that of being married and planning a small get together. But I have continued to work on the third short. So let me show you. So as I mentioned before, I do what I call the 25-75, where I'm a pre-productionist. Believe it or not, I do have an IMDb page. I finally got a hole into it. I'm just kind of updating it and adding my information. But I used to do a lot of pre-production work in my early 20s. So I do a lot of the storyboarding, a lot of the character design and concepts using paper and pencil, which you can see right there. It's very old school. And I wanted to, in between some of the other stuff that I do, I was trying to grab some breaks, and this is what I was working on. Some of the new characters will be seen in the next short, and this is one of them. I haven't given him a name yet, but he is a bulldog police officer, and he is part of a species within the series that they are canines. There is a group that they're going to be a main part of season 2. I don't want to provide a lot of spoilers for that, but this character is an incidental just for the short. Maybe he'll make an appearance later on, but I just kind of want to share with you that I still do traditional illustration. I'm not completely relying on the AI, but I do the 25-75 rule where I do a lot of the pre-production concepts and setup, and then I do the animation using AI because right now I have a very, very tiny budget until I can get some funding for it. And then later on, I hope if the project gets picked up, we can actually get actual people to kind of create a good quality product. And as I mentioned before, I'm a big fan of like VC pop, like Haluva Boss, and what's the other one? Has Been Hotel. I'm a very big fan of that. I'm also a big fan of like Steven Universe. And unfortunately, I didn't get the same networking that some of these folks did in order to make it that far. But I still believe there's a chance. We're in the world of the internet. We can go ahead and make it. Now, let me tell you about what are going to be some of the goals for this third short, which is based on an original short that we created, which is very crude. You can go back to our YouTube channel. And hey, Mew Mew, I see you. It's a very crude show, and it was called, I think it was called The Ship Tags, where you had General Goey and Scully pretty much trying to figure out why their tags were not renewed, and they just kind of go back and forth. So originally it was it was very long, and there was a lot of funny bits. However, when I was trying to redo this for an actual animation, it's felt very flat. And I know that as I'm going through, I'm also trying to be the writer, be the first. Meow meow, do you mind? Hey, you bet. Okay, hold on. She wants Petsies. Anyway, so the characters kind of felt a little flat. I gotta put this on because she will start clawing me. Hey, come here, you bet. Come here. You want Petsies? Okay, come here. There we go. Here we go. You want some Petsies? Okay, sorry. If I don't do this, she won't stop hopping off of me. But anyway, so I wanted to do something where I had to rewrite the story. And then on top of that, I had to rework some of the concepts so that way they flow a little better. So this next project's going to be a little bit more aggressive. So the first project took me roughly around about 100, what is it? It said about just shy of 80 hours for 3 minutes. And that was 2 characters going back and forth. The next project, the following project, or the second short that I created, it's pretty. Actually, I think it was the third short that I created. I'm losing a track of stuff. My mind's all over the place. But anyway, that last short that I created, it was close to 5 minutes, and that involved at least 2 or 3 characters going back and forth because you had, Captain Hobbes, you had Scully, you also have, you had Grace, and so you had all these things going on in the background. So there was three characters. So that took me roughly around 120 hours, which is pretty good. And then, so this next one's going to be a little more aggressive, where I want to add a fourth character, and it's probably going to be closer to 7 minutes. So I mentioned this before that I've been using like Google Flow, mostly for like my animation, but I have been trying to explore some of the other tools. Like I'm still trying to get access to Sono, not Sono, no, not Sono. What's the other one? Sora. Sora. I'm trying to get access to Sora, but it feels like it's kind of like a magic trick to get access to Sora, which is really weird, but whatever. I'll figure it out. But I do want to start experimenting with some of those new tools that I'm aware of. And I've also had some of you guys reach out to me on Blue Sky, which I greatly appreciate, guys. I'm sorry it took me so long to reply back. Talking about some additional tools to check out. So that's pretty much going to be my next step on that. So what I want to do today is just kind of give you guys a quick update what I'm going to do, and what I have planned in the near future. And then what I really want to do probably today or tomorrow is go ahead and grab that bulldog character and go ahead and completely clean it out. Hey, you bud. So this is Serafina. Hey, you bud. You being a bud? You want petsies? It's nighttime. This is me every day with my kitty. Hey. Hey, you like it there? I just do this because she starts making biscuits on my shoulder, and if I don't do this, she'll literally start stabbing my left bosom, and it hurts. So this allows her to make biscuits and not hurt me. Guys, I just want to give you guys a quick update. Again, I apologize it took me so long, but the good part is the next script is completely done. I ran into Lord Byron. The characters, the incidentals, and some of the ships that I have to create, I have those concepts down. So the next couple videos is going to be me fleshing those out, just coming up with that additional concept art that I need for the next short, and then I'll start building the productions. I'm hoping to get this done by the end of this month. But again, it's been a little while because I'm going to have to start an LLC, ramp up some clientele. I got married, and life has just been very, very busy, just kind of putting myself back together. But for those of you guys who stuck around, I thank you so much for the support. I know we don't post all the time, but I am in my 40s. I have responsibilities and other stuff that I got to do, like paying bills and eating. I need to eat less. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Hey, babe, can you say goodbye? Can you say goodbye? I'm gonna say goodbye. Okay, you can hear a purring. Can you hear a purring? Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.